Hello, my name is Dylan with Mānoa Chocolate, and today we're tasting Nīnole, which is a farm we visited about a month ago for the first time, 5 acres, over in a tiny little town on the Hamakua coast of Hawaii Island. And it's right where things start to change on the Hamakua coast. It's not quite as wet as the Hilo side, and you start to see a lot more wind exposure. And all of these little things affect flavor in the form of terroir. And so we're gonna crack this guy open and see what it tastes like. All our single origin bars are 70%. So that means we have 70% chocolate, 30% sugar. Now let's dig in here. And the first thing that we're gonna do is smell it. So when I crack this guy open, I smell almost like a chocolate herbaceousness, which is not as common on a lot of chocolates. And I've eaten a lot of this bar before. There's usually this lime flavor that is really uncommon, and I don't know where that comes from. There's one guy over there doing all the work, Andy. He is hustling. It's so much work to handle 5 acres of cacao single-handedly, but he's doing a good job, keeping himself very busy, harvesting, fermenting, drying. It's never ending. So the way I like to eat chocolate, initially I just chew it up a few times, and then I start using my tongue and I spread it all out in my mouth. And that allows me to start to taste everything. Things open up more. So initially strong chocolate. As it melts, I'm starting to get more of that lime flavor, more acidity, and usually you want a bit of acidity in chocolate. At least I prefer that. To me, it helps add with balance, but it doesn't mean it's right or wrong. There's some subjectiveness to tasting. Now there's objectively bad, and we know what that looks like when we see an over ferment or a really bad drying cycle. So let's say it rained way too much during drying. You'll end up with these mushroomy notes, which I believe is a defect. I don't like that taste. But hey, to each their own. Now that is really nice chocolate. It's super unique to this area. We've never tasted too many chocolates that have these notes anywhere else. And that's the beauty of Hawaii. You can go from Nīnole up to Honolulu, over to Kona, and everywhere is going to taste different. And that's just on the Big Island. Over on Oahu is the same way where we are. Kahalu, Mililani, Waimanalo, all of them have distinctive flavor profiles that we're seeing year after year from these same places. So that's pretty neat. That's really exciting to see. It's not something that has ever been truly studied and documented if terroir and genetics affect the flavor of chocolate. But in the next, I'd say, year or two, we're going to prove it. We're going to have the same trees in different locations throughout the islands, whether it's being really wet locations or really dry locations with the exact same genetics, and we're going to see if they taste different, which we already have a very good idea that they do. So that's Nīnole. Really nice bar, 70% dark chocolate. You can find it on our website, manoachocolate.com. Give it a try. See you next time. Aloha.